And welcome to the Steve North Show, narrated by Steve North. Let me get him. All right. Well, with this poem will also be from Book 11, and it's called "Terrible in This Dream." I ran through the snowy streets, past burning buildings, explosions and the awful sound of guns and people dying. I'm wearing an unfamiliar uniform to me, not from modern day. I toss the grenade through the doorway and duck back behind the wall. There are multiple shouts of terror, followed almost immediately by an explosion, so loud my ears are ringing. I step back around the corner, jog 3 or 4 steps, and enter the room with my submachine gun blazing. I walk the rounds into the nearest man, then across a wall, and over another enemy. Glass shatters. I'm nearly deaf. Snowflakes dance in the air from a shattered window, and a man, another enemy, bleeding from the face, raises his pistol. I put a burst into him, nothing else moves. Blood pools around the last man I shot. The wooden floor creaks beneath my boots as I check the rest of the room. My friend, Franz, comes in behind me and takes the pistol from the dead man's hand. He was the only uniformed soldier. The other 2 are probably partisans. Fits my hand perfectly, Sven. I should have been an officer. If that's all it took to qualify, you'd be perfect, Franz, I reply. He grins happily. He's not very smart, but he doesn't talk much. For that, I am grateful. When I dreamed of Stalingrad. So this is an excerpt from a dream. It felt like Stalingrad. It was a dream I had maybe in my 20s. And I don't know, maybe I'd seen that movie Cross of Iron, but it wasn't in Stalingrad. But anyway, it was just this craziness, and it really felt that real. I mean, the snow dancing in the air, and I have very little experience with snow. I've lived, except for the Army, I've spent my entire life in Florida, really, just occasional jaunts to, Canada, Cozumel Island, the Bahamas, and that was once on a cruise many years ago. And I've been to Panama with the Army, and really, Panama at the time I was there was very eye-opening. Our poorest people here were living like kings compared to some of the places I saw there. So anyway, I guess I drifted away from, and it really wasn't a poem when I wrote this, but when I read it over, it really felt like one. And I know it's very strange, bizarre, violent, maybe in poor taste. I don't know. It's probably not something I'd ever do anything else with. It's just an excerpt from a dream. Nightmare, really. I wouldn't want to do any of those things, and it's exactly why I called it terrible in the title. So anyway, it was something different, and it was another dream with running in it, so I felt it was appropriate to share on the heels of the last one I read. about running at night. Haven't been able to run for many years either. Just part of getting old, I guess. Anyway, thanks again for listening. Hope you'll join me again soon. Please subscribe and like the video if you do. It's appreciated. It doesn't commit you to any purchase or anything. It's not. I'm not monetized. I haven't really even had very many views, so I'm doing this because it's fun, and there's some people that have said that they enjoy it when I read, so I'm willing to do it, and I actually miss reading in front of an audience. It's fun. It's fun to participate with other writers and readers and whoever happens to attend. So, all right. Thanks again. Good night. Hope you have a great week.